pick it up. And he hasn't picked... Wait, no one's got the bomb. The bomb is still yet to be picked up. Xfloud jumped over it, missed it. We'll just about pick it up. This is so much time, and it's allowed the beings to get into position. The trades are going back and forth. Absolutely dynamic. And the bomb is still yet to go down because both players are stuck in water. Oh, a massive oversight from Eternal Fire. 4D chest turned into a mockery, and B&E will pick up the first. Oh, now Eternal Fire looking to do exactly the same as they did last round, popping out of short. Major falling first to the MP9, and those SMGs are tearing up house to these some non-head armor pistols. And that was a really quick round for B&E.
Isolated, he's going to go down straight away. Big risky play, as Calyx will find the opener, but GXX's position pays off and Emor goes down immediately.
D dropping that smoke as well does allow him to get away if he needed to. Also, look at Seneri. How has he got into this position? He's pushed so far forward with Synopsy. He's up.
The AWPer has removed himself from the site, and Rigon with his extensions perhaps thinks that there is nobody here to receive him, but as that util rained on down, my goodness, the support player of Major just floats an entire belt of utility straight on over, and Xcloud doesn't clear long. Rigon gets a freebie, Xantares does at least trade, and this is where we need Xantares to go huge. Is not given another opportunity though, as Synopsy comes in from the back lines, and now in an isolated 1v3, that's a very, very clean cleanup from Synopsy. 8-in-1 for him. A healthy Rigon nades himself, but it's not the worst endeavor as they are just up against Pistol for the most part. Perhaps I've spoken too soon. Oh, Xantares, I do have a good Xantares peak to start the day.
Set this round, but look at One Flapshow. Look at where he is. Is he close enough to make an issue? Wait, Rigon's being claimed on the jump peak. Oh no, Calyx was holding for the jump peak, and Rigon has been plucked out the sky. Scenario now has to go huge. He doesn't have support just there yet. The flash is going to full blind him, and he gets taken down by Xantares, and they know where One Flapshow is, so they're going to tuck tail and go over towards the B bomb site. Maybe no, they're just going to plant for CT, and One Flapshow is jumping in. Molotov trying to isolate the two fights. Xantares is very low. We'll find him in the side of the Hev, and the Turks will find their first. Try and cut off the rotations. Smoke towards Heaven, and Synopsy's jumped down. Oh, Synopsy's jumped down to the B bomb site. That means GXX with 19 seconds has to withstand the whole offensive, and he does good for the first. Xantares will be next up for the chopping block, but those nades are doing a bit of damage. A lot of damage, and he's still alive. Close range hits the shot. Bomb gets denied. 6 seconds, and here the rotations are, but Calyx and Major, are they enough? No. Time is of the essence, and Sceneri will dispatch with Major.
Depths of overpass as GXX is in the depths of connector. Will he swing out towards short? Might not have to as Sceneri cuts down Calyx early doors, the problem child of the previous rounds, and Tyra's looking for a way back in, but Major already fought One Flapshow. Oh my god! Bad News Eagles in a matter of mere moments. It's just Emor left. What? He's 1-in-7. It's just not going to happen.
Problems within a team, and right now Eternal Fire physically can't do that against B&E because there is literally nothing on this map, period, to go off on.
Oh, and Emor loses the AWP as well. A lovely hunt from Rigon.
In return, GXX with a very aggressive angle with AWP has support from 3 other teammates, and he's going hunting. He's finding his prey, and Xfloud will be the first. Emor next, but he will get the better of him this time. Eternal Fire still on a man deficit. It's only going to get worse. This is when we need the fantastic Xantares and Emor to step up, but they do not anticipate this. One Flapshow with the bomb in his sights and an understanding where the two are. He has to get hard clear here, and that will not be the case. Even smokes him more off. Oh, this could not be getting any worse for the Turkish AWPer.
Yeah, and Synopsy comes out of connector at the perfect timing. Emor does not expect it at all. 8 on the board now to Bad News Eagles as they have already won out the opening half.
With this new 5 in coach together, but for now, Eternal Fire, they're going to the B bomb site, Tom.
Oh, and Sceneri, that is brutal. Emor goes down without ever seeing an opposition. Xantares does at least trade one back this time, taking down a key scout through the tally. Xcloud finds another on the entry. Sceneri finally removed from barrels. Sprays continue to come on through, but a very risky jump up onto the side boxes will result in the advantage, swinging straight back into the favor of Bad News Eagles. Xantares will be removed as well as GXX is on a tear. Synopsy chimes on it as well, and Bad News Eagles 10-1. As they are marching through Eternal Fire's every move.
Look at Rigon as well, behind all of them. They are not aware of this. They're more centered towards the A bomb site. He spots out the bomb. That's going to cause Scenario to rotate up. He gets the first, gets the second. Will finally get traded out, but it's not enough. A 3 versus 2 still in their favor. And look at One Flatro. He is on his lurks. But Major this time is aware of it. Still, though, we've got 2 players on the A-bomb side, 1 player holding the flank, and that AWP is going to zing through the air once again. X-Floud drops to the body, drops to the floor, his body cascading down, and Major will not be too far off. We're B&E. That is a quick 11-1 already. Calyx plays in an off angle as well, and it possesses it amazing. Oh, look at Xantares though, Tom. He's looking for blood, and he might just find a Scenario. Catches him on a timing, but the flashbang from X-Floud supports him. He's able to get a first, but One Flatro trades him out, upgrades to the AK, and gets away outside water. The Molotov will block him, but he can play behind that. That's not a great Molotov. He might be able to find the pick behind it. 3 from short, 1 from CT, and B&E are going from it.
That was a very risky jump up there from Synopsy, but he does back a lot of information for the play, and Calyx might go down to Rigon's one way here, but it's Major actually to open things up further. My goodness me. The nade forces Calyx out of position. It's fantastically done by B&E, but they need to start finding the frags. The GXX will be the man to deliver. AWP reigns true. Emor falls 3v3 again. And Rigon, that is a disgracefully good headshot. Calyx an even better trade despite his low HP. And Flatro finds another. Calyx still fighting. The bomb is ticking away. And Calyx, what a lovely headshot. But it will be One Flatro to seal the deal with yet another multi-kill round. This individual's only allowed them 2 rounds to their tally. Despite some of his best efforts, Calyx cannot be the only driving force as GXX. My goodness, the AWP rings true for a second. His readjustments have been spectacular, and One Flatro, well, he's next in line. Sees 2 on the cross, is in an isolated position, but they don't clear him. He's been gifted a 2K spray down. Emor now in the 1v1. Rigon, he has so much to do here. Emor might finally be able to spurn Eternal Fire into a third. Goes for the fake tap, and that's a lovely spin of the jaw of Rigon, but it's only a third on the board for Eternal Fire. I just don't know if that's going to be enough for them on their own map pick. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my note sheet. But it's just not quite been that performance we need from him, especially here on Overpass. Calyx, instead, the hero for Eternal Fire, won't yet be challenged. Instead, it's X-Floud as Synopsy charges his way onto the B bomb site. A huge error in the pistol occurred in the previous half from Eternal Fire. Emor in with a dastardly double, though. The Julie's thing on true. He's only going to find another one from his position as Emor looks to continue on firing. Looks to trade weapons back to a USP, but it's Antares the one-tap One Flatro out of the round. And with that, Eternal Fire do pick up a 4th.
Aid and a flash, and that's it. And B&E, with 30 seconds left, are looking to group up towards the B bomb site, but there are only 2 players here right now. But One Flash is going to get caught off guard. He's out by himself, too far ahead of the rest of his team. There's a contact between GXX and X-Cloud. He's going to come out on top, and everything's cascading in their way. Major last alive. He could stop this. He could stop this right now, but no, he will not. Sereni will be there to maintain some sense of normality for B&E, and 13-5. They won't allow themselves to fall down on the first gun rounds.
It continues.
The only issue you have right now is if Eternal Fire lose this round, it's basically the end of the game for them. But Calyx, he has been the linchpin of this roster. He'll get that first kill on Synopsy. The IGL will fall, and it's going to spell to Eternal Fire that they've all been... Oh, they've been tricked. A ruse, and it's going to be the A-bomb site, which gets encapsulated by B&E. And because of the low economy, and because Eternal Fire simply do not have the funds to go for this, they're going to...
And appropriately so. They need to cling on to these weapons, but I don't think they'll be able to cling on to this map. Eternal Fire.
Still, though, they have money. Not impossible, but Rigon being booted up is going to even back the to a 4 versus 4. Emor with a lovely early pick into One Flatro. And I'm trying to see where Synopsy died. He died in CT. Sorry, not in CT. In Monster. And B&E, on the back foot momentarily, have got Rigon, who's very aggressive out of Monster. He's going to get flashed through. No one's seen him just yet. He'll get spotted by 2, and the AWP will strike him down. Toneri and GXX left in a 2 versus 3, now making a 1 versus 3. The AWPer, we've seen him do it before. We've seen him here. But he might not anticipate Calyx so close. He does, and he gets the kill without taking much damage. The smoke on the middle of that bomb site is peeking in. Left eye peek. It's not going to favor him, but he's going to see GXX, and GXX is going to get caught. Just looking towards CT. The orb will be saved.
The real hero, though, it has to be GXX. He's been going insane in these past couple of rounds. In fact, for the entire map, excuse me, as Evil does deal a killing blow to Rigon, but Cenarion towards Connector catches the back of Xantares, and Molotov towards the short side does buy him a little bit of wriggle room, and if he goes down towards Monster and deals with xCloud, currently only sitting on 5 kills and an MP9, this could again spiral further out of control, but Calix seeks to deny that opportunity. Synopsy and Cenari both fall, leaving GXX on an AWP in a 1v4.
They're going to do it on one of those 8.
Yeah, as much as we do like casters cursing things, this one seems a little far-fetched for Eternal Fire to seriously thread more than cheers. They're going to need some frags on the side of Eternal Fire, as Synopsy is walking into the crosshairs of xCloud, who could use a nice confidence booster as GXX boosts his own. Emor falls, and oh no, it's a 5v3, Freddy, on a round like this.
The only issue is that it's still very much retrievable, and especially with one Flatro falling there, I would agree so. But look at how aggressive Synopsy's got. He's got the A1S, and they've heard xCloud fall off. xCloud does not anticipate Synopsy being so far forward. Yes, he will get traded imminently, but with the bomb going down, B&E can still count this one as a victory. They've taken 3 skulls with them, and GXX might just be on for the 4K. Creeping up short, bomb being defused. He's gonna get the tag. Nobody forced him off the bomb. Glock, Cenari with the Glock, gets the first frag, 7 HP. They're both so low. Calix is on 1 HP. He's got the kit, he's got the AK, and he's gonna tap it. Cenari, ice in his veins. Isn't gonna get fooled once, isn't gonna get fooled twice, isn't gonna get fooled 3 times, but Calix connects. Oh, that would have been poetic if the Glock was able to do it, but no. Eternal Fire, with 1 measly hit point, will survive. Tom.
Yes, Freddy.
Not possible, is it?
Well, it's not impossible at the same time as Synopsy. That's 1 for 1.
I'm feeling it. I'll say it. I'm feeling it. Unless Rigon and Cenari just go absolutely huge right now, which I don't think it's quite hard when you've got everyone here, and especially when Rigon's in this 1 versus 3 and Xantares is picking up the pace a little bit here as well.
Towards the open arms of that trained-in AWP. Rigon does not get the timing of Xantares, as Calix is an amazing cover.
Oh, Xantares is even anticipating the boost there. He's looking for GXX, but they both actually miss each other's timings. Look at one Flatro. Wait, one Flatro stepped out of Monster. They are anticipating something like this to happen, but he might get the better hand on xCloud. Still, though, they're coming out of short, and they're going to be going into the meat grinder. One Flatro has to utilize a frag right now. He has to get something. He sees where they are, but the issue is his team are falling. The bomb is in their hands. 20 seconds left, and he will finally get something. They know where he is, and look at where Synopsy is. The IGL's gone walking. He's on the other way. He's on the other side of the map. His GPS has gone AWOL, and he's lost. Someone go pick him up, because he's got nowhere to be seen. And B&E now got 3 rounds in the lead. Oh, this is really coming away from them. Eternal Fire, they're doing these rounds flawlessly. They're outplaying the Kosovars at every single level.
He's up the first advantage here, puts their team in a rocky spot. Oh, and Rigon, he could have taken 2 scouts to Vitali there. Does end up with 1 onto Emor. Dancing around the back of bathrooms, there will be no more for Rigon to do as Xantares spins on out in the nick of time. Oh, this could be it, Freddy. It's a 4v2.
I think it might be. Xantares and Calix. To be fair, if you'd want 2 players, it would be them. They've got the wrong idea, though. They're on the B-bomb site. A minute left. If they find Cenari, which they do, they're going to rotate back up. But he says, so Cenari's seen both of them. B&E have full understanding of what's happening right now. All 3 players galloping up long. Smokes going towards Bank and Dumpster. Eternal Fire, they have a Molotov. Calix needs to put this down towards default, but it's going to go too late. He's only just now going to drop it. They've got both a flashbang. One Flatro so low, and GXX is tagged down as well. Calix, with this A1S, has to go huge, and that's a good first pick. He'll be caught lacking. 2 versus 2. Bomb is ticking down. Spam isn't connecting just yet. 3 bullets left in this orb. Let's make sure we can track that in case he spams it too much. And Calyx could be doing it all, and he's going to have to. A 1 versus 1. GXX switched over to the AK. Smoke on the bomb, and he spots out Calyx. Tucking around the corner, head down. He's surviving. That could be enough. Tap of the bomb, and he's caught the buff. Calyx swings out, gets the kill. Is there enough time? No, there's not. Eternal Fire. They get so far. They bring it to 13. 2 rounds till overtime, but they can't quite do it. And the Kosovars will be taking us to map 2 with the advantage. They take the Turks map pick, and they surprise everyone. Overpass, I think it was very dead even, but well, here we are. We're going off with a bang because Immort, with the dual breast, is going to jump up onto apartments, boosted up by Xcloud, instantly traded, so very nicely done. And Seneri is just way too fast with that one. Behind, oh my god.
So you've given him a French spin now. It was quite nice.
Seneri
is now
Seneri.
position.
And then, he's the perfection. And then one flat throw is looking to step up with him as well. Dantaras and Major trying to go through that doorway. And well, they won't even get out of it. Calyx, they know where he is. 1 versus 3. Well, 1 versus 4. He's already got one of them. And yeah, well, there's not really much you can do there.
Those smokes, but decides, you know what? I'm going to go back and check Little quickly as Emor is instantly decapitated. Major follows suit, and Rigon is having an absolute tear here. Good nade to try and deny him further presence of the catwalk, but oh, Bad News Eagles aren't in the mood to be denied much here. Big stuff from Xantaras' Deagle, but only the single means X-Cloud's last alive in a 1v4. And something tells me Bad News Eagles might just have this round under wraps.
Yeah, I mean, quite impressive he also win that out.
Through from Xcloud in towards the apartments. It does give up his positioning as Major. He's already pre-lined up the nade, so despite that smoke, big damage done to Seneri. Will he push through this smoke? Yes, he will, but that results in his demise as Emor deals with one flat throw. Rigon. It's a nice frag to find to Vitali. Calyx expends a smoke in order to get out of dodge, but Major ensures that Synopsy can't dodge the bullets of his A1S. Rigon. Sneaky Swifts manages to make his way further forward as GXX doesn't need an AWP, but seems to keep on fragging.
You say that, he will attempted to pick up the AWP, but him and Major are going to clash heads towards ramp. GXX knife out and gets caught off guard. Eternal Fire getting around the board a lot earlier on than they did on Overpass. They propel the team to split onto the A bomb site. That smoke in jungle is so good. It completely blocks out both Xcloud and Major, but it does not matter. That smoke is not a brick wall, and they're going to run straight through it. 3 versus 3. And B&E are struggling to make their way onto the bomb site. 11, both the AWPers walking wounded. One flat throw is tagged down, so it's going to come down to the battle of the rifles, and they're going to clash here. One flat throw, lovely first headshot, and both the players now from CT. Xcloud 1 versus 3. Oh, this could be very winnable. The bomb's planted it far from the AWPer, but now he's been spotted. No smoke for Xcloud and no kit either. Actually, smoke's being dropped from the bomb, but still no kit. And GXX are going to get caught out in the open. A 1 versus 3 goes the way of the Turk. Lovely start to the start of Mirage, and that was just glorious. Super nicely done, and that is one for the history books. Oh wow, what a timing. The MAC-10 of the IGL might just be the hero of this round, flanking towards CT. With that said, B&E are sending all their troops towards A and Palace. This MAC-10 might get caught on a timing. But no, Immor's going to lose his life. He sees both of them. Long range on one. Calyx taps away. He hits the shot, but Immor does trade him. Very nice shot from the AWPer there, but one flat throws in very quick retaliation. And Rigon's got all the information. He knows where 2 of the players are. Will miss a shot on the first and might not even get either of them. But in the meantime, one flat throw is down to his normal antics. Gets one at range. And a 2 versus 3. It's going to be quite a tall order for Eternal Fire, especially as they have no kits.
Can't really afford to lose that AK. If you look at the economy of Bad News Eagles, despite the round win, it's not the fluffiest.
For top connector, he's going to throw that smoke, but Eternal Fire have the read. They have 3 players here, and they're going to start off quite nicely with Immor. The only issue is, though, GXX is trained on CT. Has a very lovely smoke, which allows them to get away. But one flat throw. Oh, one flat throw. How have you not been allowed to get that? They've held strong so far, and B&E have crumbled at the seams, it feels like.
Especially with this close-knit crossfire, but there is still some utility remaining. Calyx now tries to spin round back boxes. GXX is none the wiser. Bomb is denied. AWP is felled. And that is massive there from Calix, one of the heroes of the previous map for Eternal Fire. As well as further utility and gunfire rains on in, but the spam does good damage. Scenario looks to do even more, trying to isolate xFloud, does not do so successfully, and the rest of his team, they're stunted by smokes. They stunt themselves as they force themselves out finally, but to no further avail. Not a single frag in favor of the Eagles here, as Eternal Fire do a fantastic job of holding on, and that flashbang is brutal.
This is looking good, though.
Yeah,
you were saying the flashbang's brutal. Also, look at Synopsy. Look at where he is. He's going to be coming through behind Market, where all the other 3 players will be. Calix doesn't seem sold. Calix is on the A bomb site still. Is he just looking to see if anyone's coming from behind? And well, he's got the right idea, but the wrong area. And Synopsy getting a little bit cheeky, running around.
Excuse me. As GXX now edges his way towards the Palace spot. Scopes on in hard, but Calix won't be peeking. He knows
it's worked out. But now, look at this. We've got 4 players on the A-bomb side for defending. Rigon will actually get the first because xFloud getting volleyed, will be stuck behind the smoke. Rigon, 2.5 kills, and he's still standing. Major will finally quell him. He's taken so much damage, and the Molotovs forced him out. A 3 versus 2. And hold on a second. Xantara gets a lot of damage.
The entry towards this hunt.
You can pick up an AK, though.
Yeah, as that bomb goes down, Xantares, he still wants something to do with this round.
Immore's coming.
Yeah, I think they're both rotating over. This is going to be an attempt from Eternal Fire, as Xantares does pick off the first. And now that they're both grouped up towards CT, they don't realise that Synopsy's behind them, surely. Yes, they do. Emor bags one. Scenario now, the person with just a Galil, as you alluded to, has 5 bullets and the weaker weapon. Cuts down Emor to a measly 8 HP. They dance around with a Glock. My God, he hits him again, but no! The Glock doesn't do enough damage through the wall. He's got 3 HP remaining and just about enough time. That is a ridiculous retake from Eternal Fire. And with that said and done, it's a 4th on the board.
So pivotal. Nade is actually going to miss him as well, but in the meantime, Calix has died over on the A-bomb side. The opening they need is there, but Xantara is still raining, and he has to do it all by himself now. 9 bullets left. GXX with the AWP fall as well. Picks up the AWP. Synopsy could have been the next to fall, but he won't be. A very bold play, but it works out in his favor. Bomb going down now. A 2 versus 2. xFloud looking to pick up a rifle. The A1S, I know it has no bullets in it. He has to reload and he will.
What the util to do it at least for now? Smoke Molotov. Top of the bomb as Rickon catches Emor's head. It's all down to xFloud now in a 1v2. He's clutched out before in this game already, but Synopsy will deny. His ace is denied as well, but he's not going to be fussed about that. Instead, very, very happy that they joins the tandem. How has Scenario been allowed this much presence with a man on catwalk? Regardless, he has failed on a flat throw. Now, is he about to make the same mistake? Yes, he will. Peak Xantara's massive double for the man. Well, this has been a bit of an underwhelming round from Bad News Eagles, if I do say so.
He needs to understand they can't just peek Xantara, as he's going to show them yet again why, single-handedly saving Eternal Fire. But the issue is the rest of his team are dying, and that man we were talking about, hear him, USP out, called out, he sees them, he lands the shot, but onto one of them, xFloud tags him down to 20 HP3. And GXX is just biding his time, waiting for Synopsy to come around the corner. He peeks into the angle and lands the shot. Oh, okay. How's he just done that now? Major, the IGL called upon.
But they've got no money to invest off the back of this, and Synopsy has his number. Peeking in from bench. My God, he's just been double-dinked through the wall. But GXX does not have this one covered, apparently, and still Major presses onwards. He's up to the pillar at this point. But he's not going to be able to deny both of these players, so GXX eventually sends him packing.
Very different 10-4 than what we saw in Overpass. The scoreline doesn't necessarily depict what's really happening, and it might even be 11-4. This map has felt closer, but B&E might just do one better on their scoreline.
Well, Calix looks to deny, but Synopsy Cha-Cha slides his way into Calix's forehead with that nice bullet, but Xantara's on the flip side trades out GXX. Now, 3 versus 3 inside through that thick smoke.
Rigon's gone walking. Rigon's going for a marathon. He's put his sneakers on. He might be the difference maker, or he might not even be needed. Synopsy needs to hold off some time. Synopsy gets the first, but Xantara's, oh, if there was ever a man to do it, it would be him. Rigon on 19 HP. Will they expect him on connector? I'm not sure they will. The bomb's planted wide in the open, and Xantara's is checking every single possible angle but the right one. No kit. Tap the bomb. Rigon doesn't take the bluff just yet. Swings out and Xantares nails him. But as I said, there's no kit, there's no time. B&E, even though they have no one alive, they'll still win the round. 11-4. They go into the second half of their map pick. He's creating his own peak. Xantares who, and now he's got some support from his teammates. Synopsy as well coming on the flank, but one Flatro has died without anything. Calyx opening up with a double. And look at Sceneri. He's being pressured from CT. He needs to make sure he survives, and he will. Synopsy now here to reveal himself. Lands the first headshot, but a very, very quick trade from Xantares. Kit is still alive, and that's going to be their saving grace here, Tom.
Yeah, the thing is, the person he headshots was a person already on low HP, so with 3 full HP Glocks left to deal with, has to be headshots from here on out, and Sceneri, well, speaking of headshots, gets immediately dinked himself. They're playing a dangerous game from Firebox here, but it's definitely going to work on out, and says too many targets, not enough time.
Also on 26 HP, there's not too much you can do about that. In the meantime, the full frontier is really going towards the B bomb site, where Synopsy with his Mag 7 could pop off, he could cook. He'll do the absolute opposite. He'll be frozen over. And Eternal Fire should be claiming their 7th. This first gun rounds, they granted had a really bad buy, and a big part of that was the fact they kind of like weirdly invested into the second round, but then at AK, but he's going to get boosted back in. 14 HP. Oh my god, there's no way Imor anticipates this, but he might just walk into his crosser anyway. Utility out, this is the timing he needs, and he'll find it. There's one more player connected he's seen. This could be the round for B&E. It's all going to come down to, see, can he get... They tried to, but Synopsy with 2 quick kills at Deagle won't even need to be there for the third, because one Flatcher will find his. Superb from B&E, and that's their first round on the board in a very unlikely circumstance. An unorthodox play turns out to be what they need.
Yeah, it's a rough one. But it is still even standing, here. There's not much util on the CT side, but there's none left for the T, so they've got to rely on their aim, and Calyx will deliver the first. Rigon will trade swiftly out, but with the 3v3 and such limited util for a retake, they're actually going to kill Xantares, and I'm going to retract my previous statement. Rigon finds another fragment. X-Cloud! Oh my god, it's a 2k spray down, almost a 30 with another Glock! Oh my god, X-Cloud's done it again! His second one versus 3 clutches in madness from the youngster! Where have these multi-kills come from time and time again? That's 2 4Ks towards the ramp itself. This could be a golden opportunity for Bad News Eagles to get very, very lucky as they push on forward, though. I highly doubt it. Xantares will not start the fragging. Oh no, it's happening again! Well, Flatro and Synopsy, that is a miracle work of a round, but it's not over yet. There's still Major and Calyx. Calyx finds the first. It is a nice trade, but it could well be too little too late.
GXX is the one player you do not know about just yet. Major spots him, but Synopsy saves his life. Calyx has made noise, he's dropped down, they know where he is. All 4 players are hounding him down. They want him, the Molotov lands on him. Calyx, oh, okay. For a second I believed, but Sceneri comes out on top. B&E, of course they do at the Deagles. We called it, Tom, and they delivered. Early damage onto that aforementioned Xantares. Immor tagged down, both AKs a shell of a human, and the pistols are trying to make their way out of apartments. The pistols are doing well because Immor is able to come through on behind. Surely not again. Surely will B&E not squander the chance of a lifetime, and Xantares just might make it so they can't even save. How is this happening, Tom? Make sense of this madness.
I mean, yeah, they can afford to lose a single player. That won't be the end of the world. GXX on the flip side, if he loses this orb, they're not going to have a big green come the next. He also needs to be there to drop for his team. Rotate, but evidently not for long.
Tucked away, Synopsy, will they clear him? One Flatro throws out the first flashbang. A support from CT. Synopsy peeking out, finds the first, transitions to the second, but cannot land it. The AWPer reduced behind that smoke, and one Flatro sees the leg of Major. GXX lands one in Xantares. 1 versus 3. He's been the hero so many times, and he might just do it again. He knows where 1 is, but is not aware of Rigon. Try swings the AWP, and the AWP connects. B&E, finally! They seemingly can only do it when they've got a low buy, and the double AWPs reign supreme. 14-10. They extend their lead back to 4. Give me more, Tom. Give me more. Xantares lurking through middle. GXX seems to understand there could be someone here, but he has to the net, and that net shall be obliterated. GXX does trade him back out, though, and he's going to be rotating off, smoking towards window. He's actually going to go towards the M4. Smoke's right now covering him. That Molotov will force him away. And the bomb site is Eternal Fires. Another Molotov to try and subdue GXS, but he's going to be able to push out behind it. Oh, what a shot! 2 coming from CT, 1 from Jungle. This is still winnable for the Eagles.
Speaking of Eternal Fire, that Molotov seemed to last forever as X-Cloud, well, he doesn't last very long in that engagement as he seals it with a single bullet. Scenery on the flip side, up on top of Ticket, tries to deny further presence from the Eternal Fire squad. GXX, with his better HP, is swapped over to the M4. Smoke in front of the bomb, but it doesn't quite go far enough. Will at least extinguish the flames, but they will not be able to extinguish the 2 connector players, and with that, the game will continue. Scenery forced away, will try to save this orb, as Bad News Eagles fumble the bag at the very finish line.
2 5.7s, a Deagle, an AWP, and an A1S, and Eternal Fire just scrimming it out A again, apparently. This time they're not going to lurk. They're going to go for it, but the AWP opens up the kill feed. Major, the 1 MAC-10 falls. 3 from Ramp, 1 from Paris. Zantaro will now be identified from that Molotov, but it actually worked in his favor because Scenery just sits. Zantaro actually misses the Molotov, but it helps him out. A 3 versus 4 retake.
To say bomb site. A plethora of multi-frags as Synopsy won't be afforded the same with his pistol. X-Cloud again delivers as Callus catches one flat through the wall. Rigon last alive, still sitting in Ninja, finds one, can't quite spray down the second. His spot was overlooked. It was almost perfect, but there's not enough health, not enough time, and far too many men on the opposite team. Therefore of it. As Eternal Fire slowly stack their way up towards this B-bomb site. Smokes, they begin to rain on in. A flash follows suit as well. Rigon will not be Molotov'd out of position and instead will cut down X-Cloud. That's the bomb! Rigon! What a massive readjustment! My goodness! As soon as you like it, it's all over! Surely Callus can't win out a 1v5 here to keep them in the quarterfinals. He's at the back of the apartment. So many eyes trained on him. And in an almost underwhelming fashion, that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. It will be a massive 2-0 to the Bad News Eagles as Eternal Fire lose back-to-back 16-13 in a wild ride of a series.